Hello, hello, hello. Happy Friday, Sip and Chill family. How are you today? Man, looking forward to chatting with you guys as you come in to hang out. Hope your week has been good. You're ready to ease into the weekend. Gonna welcome all of you who will be here, to include those who will catch this on replay. Thank you for hanging out. Yeah. Welcome, welcome, welcome back to the lounge. Happy you are here. Again, be you live or replay. Happy you are here. Hey, Auntie, how are you? Welcome back to the lounge, young lady. You know I love seeing you here. How are you today? Hope your week has been good. Hope your week has been good. Come on in, say hello when you do. Yay. Come on in and say hello. So yeah, I guess I should tell you who I am, because we have some new people and I'm looking forward to them being here as well. So yeah, I am Coach Reg, relationship coach. It's your guy. Yeah, founder of Are You Coached, a relationship coaching platform geared toward helping individuals identify, participate, strengthen, and sustain healthy relationships. Also the founder of Sip and Chill with Coach Reg, which is a virtual lounge, interactive lounge where members learn to start, strengthen, and sustain relationships. Yeah, it's kind of what we do. I have been featured on radio and nationally syndicated podcasts, actually globally, internationally syndicated podcasts many times. You can totally check that out if you choose on our website. But yeah, my clients are high achievers, high functioning professional men and women who have attained many of their goals, but may not have the interpersonal relationship that they desire and or best serves. So we coach around those things. And yeah, they hire me to do that. So it's kind of cool how that works. So yeah, we are excited about what is to come. Excited to share this topic with you. Hey, Tanya, how are you? Happy Friday. Excited to share this topic with you. Going to share a little bit more about VIPs. Been some questions about that. So excited to get that launched as well and started. And yeah, we're going to definitely share. And I'll tell you initially that this topic actually is the kind of things that we're going to deal with in the lounge. And I say deal with, we'll discuss, right? With those persons who want to be a part of VIP. Thank you, Sharon. Happy Friday to you. I did. Hey, Auntie, man, I got two of my auntie tonight. That's awesome. Hey, welcome. Glad you are here. Absolutely. Now, aunties, you know, I'm your nephew, true, but I do have my beverage. I'm sorry, I do. I got my mall back. It's that time of year. Fall is here, and so I think I'll take a quick sip. I would say don't tell my mom, but you know what? She's going to see this anyway, so it's okay. But no, sincerely, happy you are here. But yeah, this topic that we're going to deal with tonight, or talk about tonight, is called dating dynamics, right? When do I share and how much? Or how much do I share and when, depending on how you view it. Yes, I concur, Auntie. I do. Thank you for that cosign. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. So let me throw it to you guys first. Let me throw it to you all first before I get into it. I mean, because we're going to take the time it takes to get through it. It's just a few things I want to share with you about it. But I kind of want to get an idea of where you are, right, with this, like in terms of dating, right? You know, again, dating dynamics. How much do I share and when? What are your thoughts? I mean, is it something you struggle with? You know, has it been successful? Have you wondered when you should say something because wondered if you should say something because you don't want them to run away, or I'm not sure. It's a tricky space and we're going to talk about it, but I want to hear from you. I do. I want to understand, just to get a feel for where you are with this, because it is like I said, it can be a little tricky to navigate. So, hey, Kev, what's up, buddy? Hey, Juanita, how are you? What's up, big bro? Good to see you. Hey, Audrey, happy Friday to you all. Welcome back to the lounge. Of course, I'm happy you are here hanging out with me. And so again, to those of you who will catch this on replay, welcome. Happy you are here when you could be. So yeah. Hey, James, what's up, buddy? How are you, man? Happy Friday. Hey, Kev, man, this is great. What's up, man? It is good to have you here. My gosh, Clarice, gosh, great to see you all. Welcome to the lounge. Man, this must be an interesting topic, and I believe it will be, because I think it's something that we all wonder about, or may have wondered about, when you're meeting someone new, and that's really what we're talking about, right? Not someone that you are established with. I mean, but then that could come into play. But we're really talking about those persons that you're just getting to know someone, and you want to, hey, Nikki, belated happy birthday, young lady. I hope you got my message. Hope you had a wonderful birthday. But yeah, we are talking about those, when those moments when you're getting to know someone, and if they've been uncomfortable or awkward, or you weren't sure, quite what to do. Because I mean, let's be honest. Let me add this into it. Maybe for people that you really like, or you think you could like, you're like, man, I don't want to say too much. Yeah, we're gonna touch on that. But again, I want to know where you are. Okay, so who has a thought? Okay, Sharon says, yes, it's hard to know when to share and when to share soon. Fellows in the room, please share your thoughts. Absolutely. See, there it is. I don't want to be only voice. But this is the good, hey, Sharon, that's going to be the cool thing about the lounge, right? Because it's going to be men there, and you're going to get to ask those questions. Oh, for sure. Hey, Ty, how are you? Welcome to the lounge. Welcome back. Not to, but welcome back, because I know you're here all the time. Thank you for being here. Hey, Deani, how are you? Man, you guys came for this one. That's what's up. You're welcome, Nikki. You're totally welcome. I hope you had a wonderful birthday. Yeah, I think it depends on the person. So, Ty, when you say you think it depends on the person, do you mean in terms of... Do you mean in terms of you, or who the person is? Like if it's okay to share with them? I just want to understand the context of depends on the person. So yeah, definitely chime in. Yeah, both parties. Okay, got you. And yeah, it does depend, right? So imagine, so again, let's set this up better. If you've met someone, right, and you like them, you're dating, or you're dating in general, right? And say you're dating and you meet someone that you like, and you've gone out a couple of times, but you've agreed to connect. You've spoken to them on the phone, right? Gotten a feel for them over the phone, or a comfortable enough feel over the phone that you decide to meet them out safely, right? Because we still are social distancing and being smart. We did a topic on that not long ago on radio about dating during the pandemic. So we talked about those kinds of things. But the bottom line is being safe in all that you do. Now, say you agree to meet with this person, and you are enjoying getting to know them. Yeah, Sharon, we'll touch on that. You are enjoying getting to know them, right? And so but being guarded, right, is smart, but at the same time balancing it with honoring yourself. And that's one of the things that I'm going to talk to you about in a little bit, because it does depend. It depends on a lot of things, but the idea here being, this is someone that you're genuinely interested in getting. You're curious about getting to know, because you don't know if you're interested in getting to know them yet. That's the next level. But if you're curious about getting to know them, you kind of want to know, what is it that, what should I share? And yes, not intimate details, not, this happened to me and, I've never gotten over. No, what we're saying is those things that matter to you. You can start off simple. Let me give you an easy one, right? If you're dating, it's probably somebody that's dating too, maybe how you met, right? And so you can start with their experiences, right? Ask a question. So what's your experience been like in this space? Is it frustrating? Have you had some success? Or you thought you had some success? What are you learning, right? And so you start to have those, that's the mindset, right? Those are the softballs that you start off with to kind of get a feel for where the people are. Now, okay, you guys have said some things, so let me scroll back up to get there. All right. Sharon said, I think you shouldn't share too much until it's serious. Well, yeah, I mean, but here's the thing though. What is the thing, right, that you feel that shouldn't be shared? And see, the thing about it is, Sharon, all of us get to decide what that thing is that I won't share until, right? But there are definitely things that you can share that, may have caused you to feel as you do about things and how you approach things, right? So if you've had bad experiences, that's part of those experiences have helped to shape you and shape your methods and means and how you move. And those things are perfectly fine to share. Now, things that are close to you, things that are close to your heart, of course, that they don't get touched. They don't get touched until well later. If they get touched when that relationship is established and proven, and you believe in it, right? So no, 100% Sharon, not too much too soon. But I think you want to definitely balance it with honoring who you are and what the things that made you who you are. Does that make sense? Let's see. Deani said, I think it depends on stage of dating if you're in. Yeah, 100% Deani, 100%. Hey, Robin, how you doing? Hey, Becky, how are you, man? Gosh, a lot of people here tonight. Good deal. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Glad you all are here. So yeah, that's the idea, and you're absolutely right. So I just wanted to, not just wanted to, but I wanted to give you a few things to think about. And awesome, Sharon, awesome. So I want to give you a couple things to think about 5 things I'm going to ask and invite you to consider, right? And hopefully and they're in no particular order. So we're just going to we're just going to talk about them. Oh, before I get into that, Ty, please let me know if my answer made sense to you. I know you said it depended on both parties. Absolutely it does. But again, you just want to know if people are, if you can share. See, that's something else you're paying attention to in dating, right? If this is someone who is open and expressive and communicative, and they don't mind sharing with you, in the process of getting to know, right? Because perhaps they're curious about you as well. See, Audrey, I share things that are important to me, my standards for what I will or what not allow. Very good, Audrey. Very good. Very, very good. Very good. And I think it's important to have those kinds of conversations as well as how those standards were established in the first place, right? Because sometimes, because sometimes, we can say this is where I am, but the context of how I got here may not be clear. And so it's definitely good to share, what you will allow and why. And not so much like, you got to do this. Nah, but I'm sure you know that too, Audrey, but it's through a story, right? Through an illustration, you can share, this is how I got here, and this is why I'm here. Because I used to do this, I no longer do, that doesn't work for me, and I don't do it anymore. This is why I move this way now. So yeah, absolutely, absolutely. Deani, I also believe that when you reach that level of trust, it shouldn't be an issue to open. 1,000%. 1,000%. Because Deani, what you just touched on is a little thing called vulnerability, right? And we are more, as humans, we are more likely and willing to be vulnerable with persons that we trust, not just a random. Yeah, not just a random. Oh, no doubt, no doubt, no doubt, Audrey, no doubt, no doubt. And I never question. I'm sorry. I apologize if my response sounded as if you were going to be disrespectful. That's not what I intended. I do apologize if that's how that came through. But yeah, it is important to, and see, here, understand too, these are all iterative steps, right? The things that happen, again, as you begin to date and get to know. And the reason these things are important to consider is because, again, it's not just about having experiences. It's about learning from them and applying what you've learned going forward, right? Yeah, Sharon. Yes, you do have to feel them out. Man, you guys, you see my notes? No, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. So let's jump into this, and then we'll get, we'll keep the conversation going based on your comments, right? So the first thing that I would ask you to invite you, to consider, or just think about again, and these are in no particular order, all right? So the first, pay attention to the person. Pay attention to the person. Listen to what they share, right? This is not about you spilling your guts, right? This is about them sharing as well. Listen to what they share and how comfortably they do so, right? Now, quick point on this. Here's how you know it's okay. When someone is sharing, ask questions around what they're sharing. Not an investigation, not an interrogation, right? But ask questions around what is shared. Because A, you want to understand, and B, you want to don't just hear a comment or a couple of sentences and that's enough, especially if you're not clear. So, oh, that's interesting. And I'm not saying pursue everything, because it may be, oh, wow. So what happened, with that? What was that something that just, happened, or was it something that, did you see it coming, or did it catch you off guard? Those are good questions, because if the person's like, oh man, yeah, it caught me completely off guard, I got blindsided and blah, blah, blah. Again, if they're open to sharing. Also pay attention to body language, right? Pay attention to body language. People seem tight about sharing, It's okay to notice and acknowledge, hey, you seem a little uncomfortable. Did the question upset you, or is this a sacred spot we can't touch right now? Definitely just, again, study the person and pay attention to what they share and how comfortably they do, right? Okay, Deani, what did you say? See, what if one person is more vocal and open, but the other person is more reserved? Not necessarily meaning the other person doesn't want to open up, but if it is just the way they are. Yeah, and again, I'm not suggesting, and you're right, Deani, everybody is not open and just faucets flowing. Like, oh, let me tell you my life story. No, but here's the thing. We as people, a person, right? If I want to share, or if I'm uncomfortable sharing something, I can say that. I'd rather not talk about that, right? I'm just not ready to talk about that yet. Those are fair responses, because you're like, oh, okay, you may feel like the person, if you ask a question or the person shared something and then that was you had a follow-up question and their response was, I'm not comfortable, sharing more, then respect that, right? File it away, okay? Pay attention and see, as you continue this process and journey of getting to know, exploring the curiosity, not so much getting to know, exploring the curiosity to determine if you are interested in fully getting to know them and they you file those things away. And see if, and pay attention to, and remember, if you're getting those kinds of responses about a lot of things, or I'm not comfortable talking about that, I'm not ready to talk about it. Dude, when are you ready to talk about it? What's up? Because here's why this is important. And here's why you're asking these questions. And you're paying attention to and navigating this awkward space. The reason is because you're trying to find out if this is someone worthy of you continuing. And if you're hitting stumbling blocks and roadblocks along the way, yeah, is this who this person is? And if it is who they are, that's okay. Listen, many of you have heard me say a lot of times, this is not about the other person. This is about you. These things are about you and how you move. Men and women move. This is not about you accommodating and bending and doing these things for someone else. This is a part of your information gathering, right? This is a part of your data gathering, so you can make a determination for you if I want to continue with this person. Continue exploring the curiosity to figure out if I'm actually interested in you. Does that make sense at all? I hope so. Please let me know if it does. And while you do that, I'm going to do this. Cheers to the weekend. All right, Ty. Thank you so much. Thank you. So, number 2. Do they ask questions of you? This is what I want you to pay attention to. Are they asking questions of you and listening more than they are sharing? I want you to let that. I want that to sink in for a second, because I'm going to go somewhere with that. Okay. Do they just ask questions of you and listen more than they share? Ladies, this one is for you. And fellas, I need you to pay attention also, because some of us as men, we can be open when we're excited, right? We may share some things and the person may just be listening. And I know it's not the norm where, you know, a woman may just listen and not talk. Not, you know what I'm saying? I'm not saying it in a bad way. I mean, in the sense of she's giving you that space to share, right? And when you listen to her, you're giving her that space to share. What I want to impress upon you, and I invite you to consider, is that it has to be a balance. You want it to be a balance, and you don't want it to be you're sharing so much and what you shared gets filed away to be used against or brought up later. In whatever the situation, if you continue to explore the curiosity of getting to know, to determine interest, and if you want to move forward, just be mindful. If the things that you are sharing, ladies, right, and a man is responding to, how did he know to do that? Did you give him the script, so to speak, right? Fellas, did you give her the script of what matters to you? And so the reason you want to be mindful of this is because you don't want a person to try to fit into who you need or who they believe or think you are and what you needed because of what you told them. You want to get to know them on the merit of who they are, not of who you told them you are and what you want them to be. Not what you want them to be, but the merit of who they are. Because that's who you're going to be left with, not who they were trying to be. So it's okay to share. I'm not suggesting don't share. I'm just saying pay attention to, if you are sharing, is the other person sharing as well? Or are they just asking questions and data gathering and getting more information, right? To be used however it's going to be used. Not suggesting it's going to be used in any way at all. But again, just be mindful of your share and also pay attention to if you're just being asked questions and you're just answering and that person isn't sharing. You know, I was having a conversation a couple days ago with Latanya, and she reminded me of something that Carlton had said in the coordinates, right? In the coordinates, he talked about a date that he was on and how that whole thing was like, oh, the lady had a great time, but all she did was talk. She asked nothing about him. And that was it, right? So pay attention to if that person is so self-consumed with themselves, right, that they're not asking you anything. And that's the opposite of what we were talking about, but I'm sorry, not the opposite, the converse, where you are sharing and the person's just listening and they're okay with that. But pay attention to if the person is paying attention to you and if they're asking you what matters to you, or they just want you to share so that you can keep sharing and they're just like, oh man, that's great, tell me more. Okay. And if you get to tell me more, that's fine. Just say, listen, I've been talking a lot. I've shared a lot. Tell me about you, your turn. Flip it. It's okay. It's absolutely okay. Well, I'm just, I don't have a lot. Oh, no, partner. Oh, you got some things to say. Oh, yeah, you do. Oh, I promise you I'm not letting you off that easy. No. But again, both ways, right? Balance is paramount. Absolutely, James. Absolutely, sir. And that's all we're saying. Want to make sure we're balanced. Is this making sense? Hope so. Thumbs up, hearts, what have you. Just let me know. I know you're there. But want to make sure we are tracking. So, number 3. Thank you for that. So, number 3. And I kind of alluded to this earlier. In this tricky space of getting to, of exploring the curiosity of getting to know someone. Thanks, Audrey. Thank you, Sharon. I touched on this earlier. Don't shy away from what made you you. Okay? Don't do that. Because you want to honor yourself and your experiences by sharing those life experiences, like I said, via story, right? Or some experience that happened to you that kind of led you to this place of what this person is meeting. This person is now meeting, this person that you're getting to know, you're getting to know. This is who they're meeting, right? Because of those life experiences, and you want to honor that. It's not about, well, I don't want to push them away. I don't want to say the wrong thing. Listen, let me tell you something. You cannot say the wrong thing to the right person. You can't. Guess what else? You cannot say the right thing to the wrong person. Just think on that for a bit. Here's why this is important. Because you're not trying to waste your time. This isn't about, tiptoeing around things that you want to know, that you need to know, because you need this information so you can make an informed decision. Yeah. So the focus need not be on, this is uncomfortable. No, the focus should be, look, I'm intentionally doing this thing. I'm not out here just wasting my time and just kicking it for the sake of. If you're a person who is intentionally dating people, this is what you want to know in the early goings. Why? Because you need to know if you need to get off that ride or stay on that ride. This is the kind of stuff we're going to do in VIP. I promise I'm going to tell y'all about it when I get done tonight. Yay. Okay, I'm sorry. I digress. I'm excited about the VIP experience. So anyway, Deani. And I think a lot of people ignore the warning signs when dating and get upset when it rolls over into the relationship. Yeah, Deani. Yeah. You know why that happens? Because people are afraid to honor their standards. We could say, it's boundaries. But if you have standards and you are intentional, the boundary establishment is kind of easy. And here's why. Let me be clear. Here's why boundaries, knowing when boundaries are being honored, is because you know the standard in which they're being measured against. But if you don't have a standard, the boundary doesn't exist. See, this is not about just repeating buzzwords that we hear other people say, lean into, trust. No, you got to know for you what you value. You got to know what you value. And when you know what you value, standards are easy to identify. When you know what you value, standards are easy to identify, and boundaries are easier to establish. Yeah, they really are. Again, and when you're clear on those things, hear me, when you're clear on those things, it lessens the trickiness, the awkwardness, the I don't know if I should say, blah, blah, blah. It lessens that. It really does. It really does. So, yeah. So honor you, okay? Honor you. Number 4. Oh, Audrey, what do you have? I feel when you open up to people and speak your truth, some people are not receptive to it because they are not in the same lane. And that's what you want to know, Audrey. You're absolutely right. That's what you want to know. Now, listen, it's okay if they're not in that lane. But what I believe about human capacity is that just like you can't say the wrong thing to the right person or the right thing to the wrong person, there are people who can compel us to want to be better. And so by virtue of the example that you seek to strive to live, that person may raise their level. Not saying it's going to happen every time. I'm not saying it's going to happen at all. What I'm saying is being open to the possibility. And how do you know you can trust that? Action. This is not a word game. I promise it's not. Because although that person may not be there, it doesn't mean they can't get there. You may be the person you may be the example that they needed to see. Be like, God, there's something about her, something about him. I need to step my stuff up, at least make the effort. Now, in fairness, a lot of people are like, look, man, I ain't trying to do all that right now. Look, I'm not saying you got to do anything right now. What I'm saying is some of this is an exercise in patience. This is not black and white. This thing is gray more than it isn't. Okay? Because we're talking about matters of the heart. We're talking about emotions. We're not talking about clear logic and common sense. Maybe opening up can get them to change. Yeah, exactly, Shimmer. Exactly. Absolutely. 100%. 100%. Yep. Oh, okay. Number 4. Attempt to discuss, share, and listen to how the person handles adversity, stress, or challenges in general, right? You want to ask them. I encourage you to ask whomever you're getting to know, or whoever you're getting to know, or that you're curious about, I should say. Ask them about their past relationships and listen to hear what they say. Listen to what they say. Pay attention to if they're still pained from that experience, if they've healed from that experience, if they speak freely about it or they're still wearing it. Pay attention to these things. Why do you want to pay attention to these things? Because you're data gathering, and this is intended to help you make the best decision possible, okay, for you. Now, why are you paying attention to this? Because they're just talking to you about things, excuse me, they're sharing things that happened in their lives. The reason this is important is because should this be someone you continue with, you might be getting a preview of what that's going to look like. Okay? This is why this is important. This is not an exercise in futility. I promise it's not. You're absolutely right, Deani. Clear communication during dating, yes, 1000%. Helps the relationship grow stronger. And checking in also helps that relationship get stronger, right? To make sure we're on track and not assuming and taking much for granted, right? So again, ask them tough questions. Hey, listen, have you ever been hurt? I challenge you to find one person that says, no, I'm good. And then if they say if they've been hurt, tell me about it. You know, how are you feeling about that? How you doing with that? How long ago was it? Are you over it? You know, see what they say. And they may say, man, rock me to my core. You know what? That's what happens with most of us, right? And they say it rocked them to their core. They say, well, how you doing with that? You know, hey, Netta, how you doing? Welcome, welcome, welcome to the lounge. Glad you're here. Yeah. Ask them how they doing with that. Are they still dealing with it, right? Because that can, again, impede and affect how you two move. This is why that's why you want to ask. That's why you want to listen. That's why you want to pay attention. Yeah. You also want to pay attention to when you ask those types of questions and you hear the answer, and you want to pay attention to if they're giving you an answer or this is an answer they're actually striving to live, right? Because it's one thing to give an answer that sounds like that's what I should say, but no, your actions are going to show me how you really feel. Yeah. Just a thought. Yeah. Lastly, and now it's your turn, right? Say you do all those things, right? You know, we have these conversations, you're paying attention, the curiosity is cool, you're liking what you're learning, right? They're sharing, you're liking it, they're liking it, they seem to like it, I'm sorry. But you're liking what you're learning, right? So again, you're data gathering, collecting information so you can make the best decision for you. And now you're like, whoa, I like what I'm learning. The curiosity is kind of turning into interest, right? So now, when is it okay? That awkward getting to know. When is it okay to let that person know you digging them? I know that's scary. I do. I do. I do. But I think it's important to let the person know. Here's why. If everything checks out, right? You're clear on what you care about, your values, your standards are in place, you know how to put boundaries in place. The reason this is important and it's okay to say, it's real simple. Because it stands on its own merit. And the statement is made from what you know, not what you hope. Yeah, do you want it to continue? Do you hope it continues? Sure you do. Absolutely. But it is totally okay to let somebody know you digging them, and it doesn't mean you a thirst box. Doesn't mean you sweating them. Because understand the reason that you would even get to number 5 is because 1 through 4, those boxes got checked to your satisfaction. And you felt that you could trust them to handle hearing, you know I'm digging you, right? Does that make sense? Yeah. Yeah. Awesome. Thank you, Netta. Thank you. Thank you. That's good. I just want to make sure it's coming across clearly as my heart, in my heart. I mean, this is how, yeah, just my heart. So we've gone through 5. The last point, I'm going to take some questions or comments, and then we're going to dip into the next thing I want to share with you. So if any of these things, right, that we talked about cause or create distance or withdrawal in the early stages of dating, okay, here's what I need you to do. I need you to pay attention to what you are seeing and resist the urge to force it, because it's been a long time that it took so long to finally meet somebody, and then I met somebody I thought I could like, but they got this stuff, but I don't know, maybe, could be, they just need some time, I know, blah blah blah, and you start justifying and explaining away their behaviors. Listen to me. If you don't resist it and you do force it, what you're saying is, and what you're choosing is to sign up for that nonsense when you are actually fully in a relationship with them, because you wanted to put that square peg in that round hole. I'm not saying it's easy. Relationships are not easy. Meeting someone that you like isn't easy. Meeting someone is easy. Meeting someone you like and they seem to like you in the same, that's more than an ocean. And then this part of the journey of I'm curious about you, curious about getting to know you, interested in getting to know you perhaps. That's scary, because you're like, man, what if this don't work out? But guess what? There's no way to know until you do it, or unless you do it. But if you are smarter in your moves and honest with yourself and how you move, you can avoid and prevent some future frustration. That's why we're having this conversation. That's why it's called dating dynamics, right? Yeah. That's why we're doing it. That's why we're doing it. So, we got our 5 in, and we're going to wrap this up pretty quickly. But I want to hear from you before I share with you about the Sip and Chill VIP. So yeah, we're really close to that. I'm excited. Any comments on what we shared? Any thoughts? Any anything that you want to put out? Please throw out and comment or question. Please do. But you know what? Why are you doing that? Because you know what? You're typing, so that's a little different. So I'm speaking, so it's different. But so let me talk to you a little bit about Sip and Chill VIP. I am very, very excited about this. I've talked to you about it before, mentioned it before, but didn't give you a lot of details because it was still being developed, right? So I'm going to release the flyer probably no later than the top of next week, because my goal is to put this up, have this not up, but we're going to rock and roll next Friday, which is First Fridays, right? So we're going to have a First Fridays component of Sip and Chill. So it's a 3-month, it's a 3-month subscription, or month to month, however you choose to do it, and you can choose whichever option you want to do there. But 3 First Fridays for the VIP group. Now we'll broadcast the Sip and Chill, but then we'll have some other stuff as well that we're going to be doing together. But why would you want to be? This ain't about what you're going to get. Let me tell you why you want to be a part of the Sip and Chill VIP experience. Can I tell you? Can I just tell you real quick? Yeah. Listen, sincerely, this is for men and women. I told you my clients are high achievers, high functioning men and women, right? And my goal is to create a space, curate a space where men and women can come together and have some real conversations, right? And the Sip and Chill VIP is for you if you're someone who wants a safe space where you can hear and be heard. Where you can hear and be heard respectfully, right? Where you don't have to worry about, oh, somebody saying something's wrong with you. No, that's not what that is. Where you can see the people, unlike we are here, right? I can see you, you can see me, but I can't see you. I can see what you write. But in Sip and Chill VIP, we're going to be looking right at each other virtually, but we'll be able to see each other. It's going to be kind of cool and have these conversations real time, right? If you Sip and Chill VIP is for you if you're someone who wants to expand your thoughts and ideas about how you navigate and move in relationships in a safe space where you can get the service and support you need and not be told you're crazy or something wrong with you. What are you thinking? No. Because guess what? What you will find is that you're not alone. The problem is people are like, I don't want to say nothing. Why not? What is not saying you getting you? You see what I'm saying? Get these questions asked and answered. Number 3, if you want answers to perplexing questions, things that you've been wondering about, gosh, I'm not sure how to do that. What am I? Yeah. Sip and Chill VIP for you. You desire, because see, listen, after Ask Me Anything, I realized this need was necessary. If you're someone who desires a more intimate and personal group interaction, apart from weekly Sip and Chill sessions like we're doing right now, Sip and Chill VIP is for you. It absolutely is. And lastly, if you're someone who is ready for a real relationship, Sip and Chill VIP is for you. Let me be clear. I didn't say any relationship. I said a real relationship. If you're not currently in a relationship and want to prepare yourself as best you can or get prepared as best you can for it, yes, Sip and Chill is for you. Sip and Chill VIP. If you're someone currently in a relationship and the relationship is suspect or sketch and you know it is, but you're like, I don't know. It's no judgment there. Sip and Chill VIP is for you. Because again, what did I tell you what Sip and Chill was about? To help individuals identify, participate, strengthen, and sustain relationships. If any of that is you, Sip and Chill VIP is for you. Yeah. So there you have it. Sure, there may be some questions, but let's see. We have some comments. Sharon said, pay attention to actions. Sometimes that speaks about, yeah, they do, Sharon. I promise they do. Dating is scary, but it can also be fun if you're upfront. Thank you, Audrey. I love that confidence. Absolutely. Hold on to your values and morals. Be true to yourself. The rest, I believe, will fall into place if it's meant to be. No, I agree. I agree, Audrey. I agree. The bigger part of that is honoring you. Make sure you're true to you. Live your truth. Trust you more and love you more. And if you use those as your guiding pillars and principles, you're going to be fine. You're going to be fine. You're going to be fine. Any questions, comments? We're about to dip out of here. I'm excited. But yeah, you can definitely expect that flyer for Sip and Chill VIP to be posted very, very soon. I'm getting some last minute information reviewed before I publish it. And once that's done, boom, and look forward. You'll have time to jump in next week if you choose. If not, that's cool. Hey, you get there when you get there, but I encourage you to get there because that's what we're going to do. We're going to have some fun in there because it's different. It's going to be different having these conversations kind of in person, so to speak, virtually in person versus like just here. So yeah, it's exciting. So yeah, that's what we got. That's what we got. So before I get out of here and you guys get on with your weekend, any questions, any comments before we go? All right. Well, listen, I'm going to let you get out of here. Have a fantastic weekend. Please stay safe in whatsoever you do. Yeah, social distance. Just keep being safe. I need y'all here. I love you guys, right? I want you to win in whatsoever you choose. I want you to be clear. I want you to be intentional. y'all my people. You my people. So I just want you to stay safe. Okay. So look, we will see you next week. First Fridays VIP. I'm Coach Reg, and I love love. I will chat with you soon. Take good care. You're welcome, Audrey. See you soon. Bye-bye.